Welcome back, friends. You're listening to Indie Hour with Iryiel on Javi Media Radio. And today's special guest is Abby Posner, a Colorado-born, LA-based singer-songwriter, producer, and multi-instrumentalist whose work reaches far beyond the indie music stage into television, film, and commercial music. Abby has had music featured across major platforms, including Hulu, Netflix, The CW, and Freeform. She's also appeared on screen playing 2 episodes on the TV show Glee in Season 4 and on the Freeform show Famous in Love. Abby was an official showcased artist at the Americana Fest in 2023, and her music video, Quiet on Sunset, was featured on CMT. Her song Get Loud, written with Will Carpenter, won the grand prize in 2023 USA Songwriting Competition. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Abby Posner. Welcome, Abby Posner. I have been so looking forward to this conversation with you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
And you were just on tour a couple of weeks ago, and it sounded like a harrowing adventure. Can you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. I've been doing these kind of one-off shows where I'll like fly in for like maybe 1 to 5 shows in a region, and then I'll fly back. I don't have one of those fancy touring vans yet, but maybe someday.
Yes.
So I've been doing the flying thing, and that's a really interesting thing to do as a musician. I'm sure if there are other musicians listening, they can chime in. But you don't have a ton of control. Like when you're driving, you know where your gear is at all times. Usually, I mean, unless you're going in to do a pit stop, you can control a lot of times what time you arrive, unless there's weather. But with the airlines, especially during this time, I missed flights, was delayed. They lost my luggage, broke my pedal board, like the TSA, they're just not very careful with music gear. And I've seen so many things from other musicians about how they've gotten their gear totally crushed or sometimes stolen, and guitars in pieces. So airlines,
oh my God,
I have had good success with certain airlines, like Delta's been awesome, but man, this was a really just like one thing. It's like one thing after another. So it wasn't so much the shows, or I think it was actually just 2 shows were great. But the getting there and the getting back, it really exhausts your system. You know, you're traveling all day, you're like schlepping heavy gear, and then you have to perform and give your all, and then talk to people and sell merch. And I think a lot of people don't quite understand the behind the scenes of what it's like to be an indie artist.
Yeah. Are you excited to come back to Colorado? And
yeah, I'm so excited because that's my home state. So I love playing there. I love playing Swallow Hill. The other 2 shows I've never played before, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've heard really good things about the Colorado Springs venue and the Estes Park venue. Mm-hmm. But I am just really looking forward to being back in my old community.
Yeah, I think you'll have a warm welcome. You know, I think between the 2 of us, we've been working hard to get the word out that you're coming home for a few days.
Mean, you have been such a dream. I mean, the story, I'm sure you have the story of how we met. We met on TikTok.
Yes.
And you reached out, and you know, we had a chat, and you've just been unexpectedly and surprisingly helping me so much, you know, like putting posters up and contacting press and people and spreading the word. I just honestly feel so grateful to you.
Well, I got to tell you that song Lemon Soap, and that's going to be on your new album that you're working on.
Yes.
I have to tell you, and I have to tell everybody about this. I always tell everybody about this. You have got to go to her TikTok and look up Lemon Soap and Abby Posner because the lyrics, I was like getting ready for another meeting, and I was like doing my hair, and all of a sudden your song comes up, and I instantly stopped. I was burning my hair off.
Very cool. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to post more clips of that song then, because I just, you never know what people are going to resonate with, honestly.
The lyrics, I have to tell you, all of your songs, ladies and gentlemen, you can go on her website, abbyposner.com, and order the CDs, Kiss Me
Kisby
Ring
Ring
and
and
Second
yeah.
Chances.
Mhm.
I can't even tell you. They are at times haunting. They resonate. Your lyrics, and there's one lyric. Well, there's actually a couple lyrics in Lemon Soap that absolutely
Wow.
it ripped my guts out, and in a good way threw them on the floor.
Wow. Thank you.
The one where you were saying pulling out the thorns you left in me.
Yeah.
I have never heard a better description of what it's like to try and remove the remnants of, say, a past relationship wow. I
Thank
mean, when you're writing these songs, these heartfelt songs, do you start with the lyrics first? Does the music inspire you? Which comes first?
Well, that's a great question. This song is really particular and specific, so I'm glad you're bringing it up because this was actually written from a very different place than I usually write from. This song was oddly written by a prompt that a kind of improvisational show that we did in Alaska. We had to meet a month in advance, the artists that were performing. And the guy said, look to your right, see what words you see. Look to your left, see what words you see. One of the words an artist said, I randomly saw lemon soap in the room. One of the words I saw was like log jam, because that's one of my gear over there. So we voted on the prompt that we were going to write to. And we voted on lemon soap because it's so odd. And I think that he had it in a container of candy or something that was in the room. And it's like a brand or something. I don't really know how she found it, but it was written based on that prompt. And it was cool because it was very psychological the way we all wrote it. We all just like associated, free association. And for me, my free association to that was, for some reason, was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I don't know why that came up for me, but I was like, I wonder what it would be like if I wrote a song about washing someone off with lemon soap. Someone that, like a breakup, a memory, and seeing like that's the thing that you use. There's a lyric that you didn't hear yet, but you'll hear today, that I wanted to have all these things. Like I tried doing this. I tried reading the books. You know how you go to self-help books and you read about trying to get over a breakup. That's like always what I do. I'm like at Barnes and Noble in the like
that line, dusty books on the shelf. Yeah, yes.
I myself to read. Yeah.
Yes.
And then pulling the thorns, like getting you out. That didn't work. There's other lyrics that come up later about things that just don't work that I tried. And then finding the avenue in to why lemon soap is the answer was an interesting songwriting test for me. So believe it or not, this song was not written during a time of breaking up. This song was written while I've been in a happy relationship for the past year, and I with my partner that I love, and I have gone through a terrible breakup, so I could draw from some of those things, but it wasn't from that like fresh like source. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. Your imagery is so like I can't tell you, so many of your songs, even going back to Denver. Is that right? The title?
So going back to Denver is on my album Second Chances. Yeah.
Yeah. The imagery that you put forward, it's like, oh, she gets it. She gets me. She gets it. She know, like you know the pain.
That album was a breakup album. That album was hardcore after one of the toughest relationship losses I've ever had, and it was
sorry.
Thank you. It was the record really saved me. Making that album really saved me. I don't know
Wow.
what I would have done if I hadn't made that album, because working on it and almost getting everything that was stuck inside and the sadness, getting it out sonically is the way that I've always healed. So that album really helped me get through a very challenging time.
Wow. It's just, I was going through all of the work that you've done, and it's so powerful. It's so powerful. You also that song Get Loud, the competition that you won in 2023.
Yes.
USA songwriting competition. I have to admit, we did a promo with that on the radio station, Javi Media Radio at javimediaradio.net, because that is so prominent. It's so relevant. It is so like
Yeah. I'm so glad you like the song. I got to give a shout out to my bro, Will Carpenter. We co-wrote that together. And we co-wrote that after the Roe versus Wade was overturned. And it was about going out and just speaking your truth and standing up for the freedom of choice.
Yes. Yeah. And but again, with so many things going on right now, which we won't bring up, but it is still relevant. It is still a message that I think is timeless. I think, I mean, just,
people, I mean, it's
listeners.
it's a protest song, but it's kind of a sneaky protest song because you don't quite know what you're getting loud for. It's very kind of ambiguous. And that's why when it got placed, because we actually got it placed with the LA Kings hockey team. And we went to go watch it and see it on the Jumbotron. And, you don't know about what some sports people, obviously sports fans, they can be progressive. Some of them are conservative. It's a mixed crowd.
Yes.
But they didn't know what they were cheering for. So it's kind of sneaky activism, if you ask me. And we were really proud of that. That was a big moment for both Will and I in our careers. We were really proud.
Yeah, it's an amazing song. And it was also featured on CMT, correct?
So not that song specifically.
Quiet on Sunset.
Quiet on Sunset was featured on their music videos page on CMT website. Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So as you were saying, you said that the way you wrote Lemon Soap was a little bit different from how you normally write. And, you're a singer, songwriter, producer, and multi-instrumentalist. When you're creating, what does usually come to you first? The lyrics, the music, like when you're creating in your own space?
Yeah. So what usually happens is the music first, and then I'm able to kind of, get some scribbles down or like gibberish. I'll be like, and I'll like record myself, and I'll be like, I'll kind of pick out words that I hear in there, and I'll go, oh, that sounded cool, or oh, that didn't work. And then I kind of will go from there. It's almost like this weird, like the free association thing. What's coming up in my mind right now. It's amazing what gibberish comes out and what you can fish through in that. So I'll put my voice memo thing down and I'll just play through something and sing nothing. And then something grows from that.
Wow. That's cool.
That's usually where I start. Yeah.
And so the enormity of the experience and work that you've done. It has crossed into television, film, commercial work. Is there any difference in your creative process when you're writing commercially versus when you're writing from your heart?
Yes. So I get this question a lot, and there's a word for that actually, and it's called writing for sync. Some people spell it S-Y-N-C-H. Some people spell it S-Y-N-C. But it basically is writing for like film and TV briefs that music supervisors are searching for. There's a whole train of things that happen in the music licensing world, in the music publishing world. Mm-hmm. Usually a music supervisor's job is working on a TV show and finding music to put on that TV show. So they'll send out little briefs to like publishers that we work for, licensing people that we work for. And if a song fits, then it makes it on. And a lot goes into that. Sometimes it's lyrically not the right fit. Sometimes it's musically too slow. Sometimes they want a male vocal. Sometimes they want a female vocal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when I've been it's just luck. It's like, oh, this song works over this film. This song works over this scene. And I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of songs placed on TV and some films. I've scored some films, and that's a whole separate thing than sync. But when you're writing specifically for sync and for licensing, it is like you're going after certain popular phrases, but you're also trying to make the music very, you don't want it to be pointed in any direction. Like they don't tend to love music about breakups or love, or like you want it to be kind of like this general, this could be like a road trip, feel good, nostalgic song. There are just or like a resilient song, like I'm gonna break through or whatever. Like there's just certain phrases that you use that I wouldn't personally write with for my artist stuff.
Right.
The trick is blending the two worlds and having a song that would work as an artist and also work for placement. Like Get Loud just happens to have enough ambiguity in there. It's a breakthrough song. It's a fighting song. But you don't quite know what it's about. And that can fit. I feel like that song, Will and I both resonate with it. That's why we did a couple versions. There's an acoustic version of Get Loud. There's a bigger version and rock version of Get Loud that Ships Have Sailed released. So it's you find the sweet spot where it's like, oh, that is a little bit of both artistry and licensing.
Wow. Well, this is so funny, because when I was kind of going through things and looking at all of your work, one thing popped up, and that's why I feel so like there's so many like little hints here that I think.
Can I guess? Can I guess? I know what it is. Guess. It's Glee.
Well, you think you know what it is. No, well, that was cool. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you, just because I've become such a fan of yours, I actually downloaded the 4th season. I'm still getting through all the episodes to see you. Yes, honestly, I am. Yes, I am.
It was like season 4, I think. I was, you may not even see me because I'm like playing banjo in the band, you know, like I'm in the background for Baby Got Back. And I'm also playing guitar for the song Torn on Glee.
Okay. I will look for them, because I'm like, oh, this is a really good show. Because I love music and dancing.
What it is, though. If it wasn't, everybody loses their mind for Glee. Oh my God, you were on Glee. You know, like it was fun. It was fun.
I actually never watched it until now. I'm like, well, I need to see these episodes. So yes, I have bought the season 4, and I'm like, wow, this is good. No, the one note that I saw that I was like, what? When I read that you had written music for the Fosters.
Oh, so that is a great example of, that's the difference between scoring. So film score would be like writing music specifically for, and then the sync placement stuff. A song of mine landed there. So I didn't actually score the film or the TV show, but my song Delicate Parade, really, I was so shocked that it fits so perfectly in this one scene. That was a good example. That's sync. So they reached out to my licensing people and they said, hey, you know, we're looking for something kind of melancholy and folksy and female or male, whatever, you know, but something that's like sad and nostalgic and breakup-y, and Delicate Parade made it on. And I was really happy. A lot of people don't really know about that show, honestly. So that's very cool.
It was very big in the community that I was part of, because I actually fostered. And until we were able to adopt our boys, but we were all about that show.
Wow.
Everybody
Cool.
in the foster community knew about that show. It was pretty big among us. And one of the things, and this is so funny when I look back, is, my husband and I would be watching it and we'd be like, God, the music, they always have the perfect music. So
That's one thing I will say. When my licensing people reached out to me, they said, "Look, we've gotten a lot of artists placed in this show, and we think we could get you in there." This was before I really started doing my solo stuff. I was in I had a band called Abby and the Myth, and that was on that record, When You Dig a Well, and that was kind of the weird song I didn't know that was going to be anything, and they seemed to really like it. And as a matter of fact, thank you for bringing that up because I haven't been playing that song live and I should.
well, you know what? I need to go and find where I can download it. Where can I download it? Where can I buy it? Do you have a CD?
And I don't have a CD, but let me see if I can Google Delicate Parade.
Because I got to tell you, when I saw that you had, I was like, okay, how many songs? What did you do? What episode? Now I'm going to have to buy the Fosters.
Oh my gosh.
But that was such a poignant, like your music has really like been very meaningful in a very short amount of time that I've known you, that I've listened to your work. I'm like, oh my God. And yeah, I just
Okay.
wonder.
Oh, this is what it's saying. It's not giving me an actual episode, but I'm sure I can find it. The song Delicate Parade by Abby Posner from the band Abby and the Myth was featured on the Freeform series The Fosters. I will dig deeper. I should know, but it's been so long. I think it was like 2017, maybe 2018 when this happened. It was almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was around the time that we were going through so many legal proceedings trying to adopt, and
wow.
it was a battle.
I'm embarrassed to say this. This is really embarrassing. People are going to be like, what the hell? I honestly have not watched the show and I didn't know it was about the foster care system.
Yeah,
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so progressive because it was about two women who formed this family, and all of I think there was like they only had, I think almost all the kids were adopted from foster care.
Wow.
And it was so just like, what? Like,
wow.
So good. You've got to watch it. You got to check it out.
I should. I'm sure there basically, I think you can rewatch episodes either on Amazon or maybe Hulu.
Amazon is where I got Glee. Right?
Okay. It appears in the Fosters season 5, episode 4.
Excellent.
And I think the episode is titled Now Hear This. Yes, it is.
I know that one.
This is wild. So it's just looked all this up. It plays during the moment when Callie and Cole finally talk and clear the air about their relationship. And the whole song is playing during that time. You can hear it in the back scene. Yeah, you can hear it in the background. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. But wow, that's so cool.
That's why I was like a little starstruck.
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie. I
did not expect that to be the reason. I mean, honestly, you never know. You never know where some people are like the LA Kings. Some people, you never know. It's really cool.
Well, I mean, that's just it. Like everything you've done. I mean, then I'm like, all right, well, what films have, I mean, I saw the documentary. And I was like, God, you've done so much work. And in other countries, like,
yeah, thank you so much. Another film that I do want to promote, just to give my dear friend, CJ, Chris Russo, shout out, who directed the film Lady Buds. That's Lady Buds. And it is a fantastic documentary, award-winning documentary that I was lucky enough to be a part of. And that was one that I scored. So that was one that I did the music. I scored to the film.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, people have got to hear your music. Like, it's so meaningful. It's so powerful. It's so, even I was listening to some of the world music that you had done, and you hit that so well. There's like nuance, and there's like, oh my God.
Thank you so much
Just
for the deep dive, because I don't think a lot of people, first of all, like when people find artists on a platform like TikTok, which is very fast moving, you see something and then you like it and you move on. For somebody to not only stay and respond and be like, dude, I love this. Let's have a podcast interview, but then to like look deeper into the website and like into other music and other avenues that the artist has done. That's really rare, because we are living in such a fast swipe. So I'm a victim of it too. I'm addicted to TikTok. I will swipe and see things I love, but I won't be like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to that person. There was one time I did that when I was listening to NPR. There was one time, and it was amazing because the person got back to me right away. And I was like really excited to talk to this person who is a trans artist that lives in Nashville. Maya Byrne. And I reached out, and it was really cool. Back. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
But I mean, that's kind of what we were trying to create with our radio station, where people can really feel like they're getting to know the artist, and I think that's so important. And so I guess the next thing I would love our listeners to know is like what projects are you really excited about that are coming up?
That's a great question. I didn't expect it. This was on the top of my head. I just did a really amazing co-write with two friends that I freaking adore. And their names are Jim and Sam. You will fall in love with them. Everyone will fall in love with them. Just look up Jim and Sam on Spotify. And we just did a co-write together. And honestly, I think that's going to be a song that is really special once it's released. We're going to be recording it soon at my studio. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Another project that I did that I'm so proud of is with my friend Kenny Feinstein from the band Water Tower. And they are just blowing up right now. They are having such a moment. I'm so proud of them. It gives me goosebumps to just say this. But Kenny and we did a collaboration. We recorded it, mastered it, everything. And that's going to be coming out in April. So it is a cover song of a punk band that we both used to love. And we made it very bluegrass, folky, and by the band Newfound Glory. So we're going to be releasing that end of April. And then I've got 2 EPs coming out in August that I've been working on that are my solo project.
Oh, I hope that when you have all these projects coming out and your album and your EPs, I hope that you'll come back. On.
I try to come back. Oh, you mean here? I would love to come back here. And then I come to Colorado once a year but no, I'd love to come back here for sure. That'd be awesome.
Cool. Cause I mean, we're going to be looking at the stats. I know that they're going to go up there because you just resonate. Your lyrics are incredible. I mean, so did you start like, were you writing poetry when you were younger? Do you see yourself as a writer? I mean, musically, oh my God, I don't know how. I mean, it says that you play just about everything. Can you play cello too?
No, that's funny. No, that's actually, I can't play anything bowed. Okay. My partner is taking cello lessons, which is really cool. But no, I don't play cello. I can fake the cello till the cows come home. And I can't play violin. I played French horn for a bit. I never got into brass or woodwinds, but I play bass and drums and keys and banjo and mandolin. And a lot of weird, like, world instruments and percussion. Nice. But I would say
drum.
What was that?
Hang drum.
Oh, I love that. I don't, but that would be cool too. Yeah.
I actually have one. I have a hang drum.
Really?
I'm not great at it, but I'm working on it. Yes.
That's cool. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. I'd say my main instruments are drums, guitar, And I started on piano, but I still don't feel really confident on it. Like it's not,
Mm-hmm.
I did an album, a pop-up record on Bandcamp where I'm playing piano with a live string orchestra behind me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't feel confident on piano. The other ones I love to play. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Well, my goodness. Where can listeners find all of your work?
You can find all of my work on my website, abbyposner.com, and all the streaming networks as well. You can go to Spotify and follow me. It's a conundrum because, Spotify doesn't treat indie artists very well. So when I say go follow me on Spotify, it's a good thing because we get recognized there. But if you want to support us and like buy albums and stuff, go to the website and order a vinyl, order
I
a
am
t-shirt.
going to order one. I am.
You can have one literally at the show. I will give you. You've been so awesome. It's on the house.
Oh, thank you. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
for sure.
Oh
You've been
my
amazing.
goodness.
So yeah, I'd say, order a vinyl, put in, if you want, I can sign it if you want to go there. Instagram, it's just Abby Posner Music. But yeah, all the streaming networks, it is valuable to have more followers on Spotify. So go follow me and then go to my merch table. How about that?
Sounds good. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just amazing. Like, and then I went through your TikToks and it was like, oh, and every song I was just like, oh,
That's awesome. Thank you.
just
Wow.
amazing.
This has been, this really, makes me feel so happy because I think a lot of artists are really struggling right now to find their next steps and their voice with just the industry is really changing. And a lot of indie artists like myself are overlooked and left behind. And so to have such support and to have such enthusiasm, it means the absolute world to me. Like this breathes new life back into my system. Cause sometimes you just feel like you're kind of just a number and there's so much talent out there. I mean, it's wild. It's just wild. And then you end up kind of going down that rabbit hole of like, well, they're better than I am, so I'm going to back out. And it's just such a crazy industry, man. So thank you for like just being so supportive,
Well, no, I mean, yeah, like I said, that clip just mesmerized me. I knew I had to reach out. And TikTok it is full of artists that otherwise I don't think I would have ever come across, and I'm blown away by the talent that I've been seeing. But this has been amazing. I mean, that's what's great about TikTok. You can actually reach out and that person becomes real, and the more real they become, the more their music just shines. Like I said, the lyrics that you write, that's why I wanted to know, like, how did you were you a poet, did you write poetry first? How do you come to these the imagery?
Well, that's so sweet.
Just hits.
Thank
In
you.
those quiet moments, there's so many lyrics that I've listened to that I'm like, I have done exactly where I'm looking at, like, what do I do? What do I do next?
Yeah.
And then something, just something small, like, okay, I might as well get these books out. I'm gonna lay out the carnage, or maybe I should make this move. I don't know. There were so many things.
Wow.
So many things.
Thank you for saying that.
I personally think that one day, I'm going to see you like everywhere. I really do. I really believe that.
I love that. And I work really hard to try and get more people to see what I'm doing, because I feel hopefully my music is something that everybody can resonate with, especially when it comes to, grief. And I hope that it can offer some sort of almost like a warm sonic hug or some comfort in knowing that you're not alone. Cause I think that people need that. Like, I think that's what art is about, is like, oh, I get it now. Like I'm seen. I'm not alone.
Exactly.
I can feel that that person understands it, and I can hear that person understands it. So I hope that more people, more listeners, for me just means that more people are understanding kind of
Yes.
that level of grief, I guess. And I hope I want to keep writing music where people can relate. I also want to keep writing music for the greater good.
Yes,
Um,
the empowerment of Get Loud, like
humanity songs.
yes.
I don't even call it politics anymore. I just call it like protecting human beings.
Human rights, yes.
Human rights. Yeah. Just humanity. So I never thought of myself as a poet, to be honest. This is not me being self-deprecating at all. This is just me being honest. I don't think that my writing and my lyrics are my strongest part of my package. I think that what I give is I play everything you hear on the records. I produce it. I mix it. That's unique. I love to do it. It's like a playground for me. I also pride myself in being a strong, instrumentalist. And I think I've gotten a lot of, I guess I've gotten a lot of people telling me that, wow, you're a really good guitar player, or wow, you're really good at banjo, and I think that those are my strong, like, unique things that I bring to the table, but I don't feel like there are some writers that I'm like, dang, I wish I wrote that. I don't know that I'm as strong as of a writer as I'd like to be, which is why I started doing a lot of collaborations. Lemon Soap to me was one of my favorite songs lyrically too. It just tapped into a different place.
Yeah. Soul.
But
like
thank you.
I feel like your soul is
thank
in
you.
so much of your work. And I think, yeah, that when I've played, I can't, I will go around, listen to this. And people are like, I do.
Like, stop it. Turn it off.
No, they're like, whoa, they stop. It's really interesting that people, like, men, women of different ages, they stop
That's
what they're
really
doing.
Cool.
And
Wow.
they listen and they're like, that's really good. Who is that? And I'm like, Abby Posner, and she is coming to Colorado and she's going to be playing live.
You are awesome. Everybody needs you. We all musicians would be so lucky to meet you.
No, I'm just so excited.
Everyone needs it. I'm saying your name right? Because now I'm mispronouncing. Iryiel.
Yes, I know, and I keep saying it because I heard your name like pronounced. So I do apologize. It's Posner.
No. I've been called Posner my whole life. No, God, no, don't apologize. My old accordion player in the band, Abby and the Myth, used to get so mad when people would mispronounce my name. And I was like, dude, I don't care. Like, there are Posners. I started to lately be like, oh, by the way, people will come up to me before the show and they'll ask. And it's totally fine. You can pronounce it.
No, I was all day yesterday. I'm like, Posner, pose. Like, all day. My husband was like, shut up.
People will call me Posner all day long, like at the store. I get introduced that way on stages. I just stopped because it ends up being the same spelling anyway. It's like, fine. Posner, it's fine. Tomatoes.
I got it right on the promos, on all our promos, and I will continue. Awesome. So
you're awesome. No worries.
And I keep catching myself. I'm like, Posner.
We'll just change it to Posner.
Oh gosh. Well, this has been delightful, and I so appreciate you coming on and listening. And I will have, this will be aired on Deep Spinach, 6 a.m. on the 20th Mountain Standard Time. And people will be able to listen to the songs from your albums, Kiss Me Ring and Second Chances on the 20th as well, and at 7 p.m. when we air on Javi Media Radio. And again, it's been wonderful talking with you.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been amazing. I really appreciate it.
And I can't wait to see you play in concert. I cannot wait. So,
I can't wait to come back to Colorado, honestly. I'm really, really excited. It'll be so fun. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. So, thank you, dear listeners out there, and check out Abby Posner at abbyposner.com.
Do you want to hear Lemon Soap? Do you want me to play
Yes!
Lemon? All right. That's why we got this old guitar here. I was going to play that live for you. The whole song. Why not? So this song, like I said, is not out. It will be coming out in August. And I've been playing it live a little bit here and there, but I figure why not? This is what brought us together, right? So well, let's do it. This is Lemon Soap.
In picture frames, digging out the maps that I once used. Gather up the evidence and put it on the wall. Certain things remain unsolved. I tried to leave the country, slept on the floor, analyzed by a doctor of the mind. Painted the walls orange just like the sun. Certain things you can't tell run. Thorns you left in me. Dusty old books from the shelf I forced myself to read. There are parts of you that stain between the folds. So now I'm washing you off. I wash you off with lemon soap. Your sweater, the one with the tear. It don't rain much in LA. I tried to get better, then I got tired of trying. It's easier to keep on hiding. Pulling out the thorns, well that was easy. Dusty old books from the shelf, you forced me to read. Lemon soap. Rub and alcohol, it ain't no good. Tools from the shed for chopping wood. In the yard, it gave you hope. So I gathered all your fruit, turned it into soap. I'm washing you off, I'm washing you off. Washing you off, I'm washing you off. Now I'm washing you off with lemon soap.
Oh.
Wow.
Sorry, I made you cry.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, no. And this is going to air. my God.
Oh,
The sweater. I kept your sweater and I,
yeah. We all have a weird old sweater that we've kept from. Like, why the hell do I still have this shit?
and then yes, going through. Okay, what do I do? What can I do?
Mhm. Yeah.
That just thank you. That was amazing to
Thank
hear
you
the
for-
whole
Yeah.
song, and now I have to go listen to this for another 40 minutes and cry.
I thought you were going to say, now I have to recover for the next 3 to 4 business days. I was like, good.
Well, that too.
In my bio, like, if you listen to Abby Posner, you're going to have to go recover for 3 to 4 minutes.
I'm like sitting here thinking that is not a tear forming. No, it isn't.
Oh,
Stop
man.
it!
That's my goal. Like, if you don't
God.
cry to my music, then get out.
Mission accomplished.
Wow. Well, thank you.
That was
Thank you for letting
that
me.
was amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. This felt really good to have this conversation. Thank you for just giving me the space to be here. Appreciate it so much.
No, thank you for coming on. This is amazing. I can't wait for our listeners to get to know you and for the world to hear you here and everywhere else you're going to be showing up. I know it. I feel it. I feel it.
Thank you, Iryiel.
And I hope to have you back later this year when your new songs come out. So
Absolutely. Would love to come on the show when I'm doing the promotion for the record for sure. That'd be great. Thank you again so much.
all right. Well, thank you and have a great one, everybody. And keep listening. Thanks. What a wonderful conversation with Abby Posner. If you'd like to hear the full interview along with a special listening experience featuring both of her albums, Kisby Ring and Second Chances, in their entirety, you can catch it on Javi Media Radio at javimedia.net. That's JAVI media.net. Just hit the player and you're in. The full broadcast airs tonight, Friday, March 20th at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, with an encore presentation on Sunday, March 22nd at 2 p.m., Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m., and again next Sunday, March 29th at 2 p.m. again. And don't forget, Abby will be touring Colorado April 23rd through the 25th with stops in Estes Park, Colorado Springs, and Denver. You can find all her tour dates at abbyposner.com. For now, we'll leave you with 2 tracks. First, Wishing Well from Kisby Ring, and then Moving Back to Denver from Second Chances. Enjoy.
Got my mind moving faster than a train. There's not enough time to begin again. Always fall off track, but I plow ahead. I try to believe there's a bigger plan. Ooh, darling, won't you save me from myself? Lay my hands on the wishing well to feel some hope. Ooh, what I give to be somebody else. I throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. I throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. This old house is bound to fall apart. The lights keep flickering on and off. There's a quiet sense of moving on never belonged. Ooh, darling, won't you save me from myself? I lay my hands on the wishing well to feel some hope. Ooh, what I'll give to be somebody else. Throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. Throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. Save me from myself. Lay my hands on the wishing well to feel some hope. Ooh, what I give to be somebody else. I throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. I throw myself on the wishing well to feel some hope. Maybe I'll move back to Denver if things don't work out for the best. So many ways I could be better, but lately I feel like a mess. I know all the cards I've shown. There's a part of our love you don't remember. That's why I moved back to Denver. Yeah, that's why I'm moving back to Denver. Or maybe I'll settle down in Portland, get an apartment with a view, start my own family, get married, pretend that I'm not missing you. I know that's a long way to go. There's a part of me that feels like you want this to end. That's why I'll settle in Portland. Yeah, that's why I'll settle down in Portland. Grief is a funny, funny thing. It'll grab you by the wrist and hold you down. There's a part of me that doesn't want to remember. That's why I'll head back to Denver. Yeah, that's why I'm going back to Denver. You said 3 to 4 months, now it's December. That's why I'll go back to Denver. Yeah, that's why